Hi there. I'm Mike, and this is your daily tip. I'm really sorry that there was a little weird thing just now where I popped on and it said I was live and then I wasn't live. A little technical difficulty, which I squared away pretty quickly. And I apologize also for not getting you the fitness tip that I intended to broadcast yesterday. I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do yesterday, and I decided to give myself a little bit of grace and prioritize all the things that I had to do. And honestly, my getting my video out and advertising my workshop just fell at the bottom of my priority list. So I'm giving myself grace with that. It's okay. I'm the only person who's affected by it, and I feel like it's an important skill to give yourself that kind of grace and that kind of permission once in a while to not be perfect. That's not what I'm going to talk about today, though. However, what I'm going to talk about today is just a real nice way to relieve tension in your neck and your upper back. I don't know about you, but for me, when I start to feel tense, I have a tendency to kind of let my shoulders creep up like this. They'll kind of like start creeping up near my ears, and I get real tight. And I hold my muscles, and when I'm typing at the computer, I tend to do that as well, and it's just a real bad scene. And so if you do this as well, this is really going to help you out. First thing you want to do is go ahead and sit upright. And let's take 3 nice deep breaths. You want to breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. When you breathe in, expand from the belly. Don't let your chest rise up like this, but let your belly come out like this. And then exhale through your mouth. Ready? 3 breaths. 1. And exhale it all out. Just sighing it out through your mouth. 2. Breathe in through the nose. Sighing it all out. Last one, number 3. Sigh it all out. For some of you, that there might have released a little bit of tension. It really just depends on how often you take the time to take some deep breathing like that. If you feel like that helped to release a little bit of tension, feel free to do that a little bit more often. That's a real important skill. Just stop when you're in the middle of all the hectic hustle and bustle and take those 3 nice deep breaths. Now that you've got the breathing out of the way, that's really how you want to focus on breathing while you're doing this. And really that sighing out, that when you feel that happen, just try to let everything go limp and loose and noodly. So next, let's go ahead and just turn our heads a little bit from side to side, okay? You don't have to really force it, just a gentle turn in each direction. There's 1. There's 2. You may find that as you do this, your neck loosens up a little bit. Maybe you can look a little bit further every time. I can get over my shoulder and into my back. I can see you guys can see that stuff behind me, right? I can see those hanging handles there for my exercise gear. I'm able to turn my head far enough that that's what I can see over there. So you might find that as you practice this a little bit, you can turn your head a little further every time. Just back and forth, back and forth. Now let's do up and down. Down to your chin, all the way up. Make sure you're breathing while you do this too. When you exhale, you just relax. Up and down. All right. Next, thumbs up. Okay. This is neutral position. This is a neutral position here. So thumbs up, neutral hand position. I, making an I overhead. And then you come down here in the center like this, and it's a V. Y. Okay. Back to center. Start here. There's T. Open up nice and wide. Put your elbows together, your forearms together. Make a W. There's 1. Again, I. Here's Y. Trying to get those, see my thumbs? Thumbs up, over, like I'm poking somebody in the eye back there. Y, hands together. Really opening up your chest, trying to reach behind you. There's T, here's the W. Let's do one more of those. Hands together. I, all the way overhead, trying to get your arms behind you a little bit. Look at that, see? That's what we're after. Y, thumbs up, and like so. Hands behind. T, opening up nice and big. Get those hands behind you. And here's the W. All right. If you just stopped typing at your keyboard and you looked and you started doing this with me, you're probably pretty warmed up. You're probably feeling some tension and some sore, like warm kind of muscle stuff going on in your back. And that's exactly what we want. We just want that little bit of warmth and that little bit of like, ooh, I'm using that. Okay. Next, we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. Let's do circles to the front. So shrug, big circles. There's 3, all the way around, big circles, 4 and 5. Same thing rear. 1, ooh, 2. I can hear some stuff kind of crunching and popping. 3, 4, and grinding a little bit as I do this. 5. Okay. All right, there you go. So here's the last thing. This is a levator scapula stretch. And your levator scapula is a muscle that starts back here kind of, and the back, like behind that little bump that's behind your ear on your skull. It starts right there. It goes down your neck and into the top of, you see this here? Pretend this is the bone of my shoulder blade, okay? It connects right about there to that bone, right? Okay? So all the way from the neck, all the way down to about there. So if your shoulder hurts or your neck hurts, I would say there's a real good chance it's your levator scapula. And your levator scapula is a really, really hard one to massage out. It's a really, really hard one for your massage therapist even to get to. So what you want to do is do these exercises and get everything nice and warmed up and moving and fluid and get that blood flow going. And then you want to do this stretch. And here's what the stretch looks like. You want to take your hand and put it behind your back, just like this. See? There's my fingers. Hand behind back. You want to sit down gently. I think this is probably the best angle. So just here with hand behind back, chest out, shoulders back, sitting up tall, breathing and relaxing into this stretch. And I'm just gently pulling my head to the side till I feel that little bit of a stretch right in here. And then I'm just going to kind of explore that a little bit. I'm going to rock forward and back, pull a little, gently pull a little with this hand to the side. Just exploring that whole area, seeing if anything feels funky when I'm stretching that. That feels pretty good. I think, though, that my left is going to be a little different. So I'm going to put my left hand behind my back now. Nice big upright posture. And just gently pull to the side with this one. Oh, yeah, that one's a little tighter. And just kind of feeling around. Take your time. Breathe. Don't be thinking about anything stressful. Just think about what you're doing. Think about something relaxing if you want to think about something other than what you're doing. If you want to visualize while you're doing this, maybe you can just imagine that you're at the beach and you can hear the waves crashing on the beach. You can feel the sun as it touches your skin. You can smell the salty ocean air. It's nice and relaxing. You can hear all of the ocean birds as they're squawking and squealing off in the distance. You hear the waves crashing on the beach. Just trying to really relax while we focus on getting in there and getting that stretch a little bit. Just explore a little bit more. All right, so yeah, I definitely feel a great difference in the amount of tension on my levator scapula on both sides. One thing that I want to say is before you try this stretch, make sure that you're warmed up really well. You don't ever want to try to pull and stretch anything that is cold, you know, that hasn't been used a lot. So really do those shoulder shrug exercises, do the eyes, Ys, Ts, Ws that we started at the beginning. Do the looking back and forth and just kind of get all of that moving and fluid a little bit. And then once you've done that, you know, take those deep breaths and do the stretch. And I think you'll find that that'll help you to just the process of going through that will help you to relieve some tension. Also, another thing to consider is your tension's not going to drop away all at once. You know, if it took a while to build that tension, you know, maybe you've had a real stressful, you know, a real stressful Sunday or something. I mean, I don't know what you were doing. It was hot out today, so maybe that stressed you out. But if, you know, if that tension has been building for a little while, you're not going to get it all out at once. So be, like I said at the beginning, be graceful with yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace and say it's okay that I'm not going to get all of this stretched out at once. I'm going to work on it for a couple of days. And, you know, in a couple of days, man, that tension will be so much different. I got one more day that I'm going to show you guys tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys one more exercise tomorrow that is going to help you just to do some body work and bust that tension. I'm really focused a lot on releasing tension and taking care of the body and speeding recovery right now because I feel like it's something we all really, really need. And so with that in mind, I've got a workshop that I am going to present on August 2nd. It's the day after Lammas, and that workshop is called the Full Body Feel Good. It's $25 for an early bird ticket. There's still a couple of those available. There's also standard tickets for $35 and a VIP ticket for $45. And that VIP ticket gets you extended Q&A. So if you have any questions at all that I don't cover during the workshop, I'll be happy to answer those questions for you afterward, either in the Zoom meeting itself, or even I'll maybe give you a call and talk to you in person if it's something that you don't want to talk about around other people. Anything that's going on with your body, any kind of muscle or anything that feels like it needs activation or stretching or massage or self-care. We're going to really talk about breath work and just letting your nervous system calm down and chill and relax. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys can make it. I'm really, really excited to see what this workshop is like over Zoom. Yeah, once again, that's August 2nd. So go to my website, ritualfitcraft.com, and there's information there. You can sign up for the website, and I hope to see you guys there. Have a great night.